You do these beautiful ascending two-hand arpeggios. I'm kind of curious what the technique is there.
A lot of how I visualize arpeggios is with this concept of repeated note patterns. To start out with, I would either do a 6 or 8 note pattern that ends near where it starts an octave higher. So for example, I'll take this E flat major 7, the first chord. So I'll start a 6-note pattern on the note D. So I'll create a pattern like this. So I'm doing D, E flat, F, G, B flat, F, and then that's setting me up to be there again in this octave. So then I can practice. Right? So. As an example, but because I always want to get, when I'm practicing, I always want to get the maximum mileage out of anything I'm doing. So then the second thing is, if we're taking this as a 6-note phrase, think of that as 2 breakups of 1, 2, 3. So I could practice 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. I could go down 3, 2, 1. I could also go down 2, 3, 1, which would be. Right, now I'm getting this more, those kind of sounds. Or you could do 2, 3, 1 going up. Right, and then I'll also do that, I'll do like, okay, so, and then put that over like A flat maybe. And then if I come up with a pattern I like, I sort of hit store as like, oh, this is an option for an arpeggio or ending. On that specific song, I think I was doing so like my left hand is kind of tracing up certain notes. These are gonna be more 4-note patterns. Da, da, da.
So that's what your left hand's doing.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so it's like sort of, so it almost sounds like a one hand. And the whole, it's all really coming out of like impressionistic music, where it's like, it's less so the specific notes, but more the impression. So a lot of times, I'll just do sort of vague runs in a mode that kind of, it's just like throwing paint versus like sketching in. So they're always kind of loose, I guess, how I run some of those. But then I'll explain one more. You could also do like an 8-note phrase. So there's any other chord I'll create an arpeggio off of.
How about like a dominant sharp 11, 13 sharp 11?
So like this kind of thing?
Yeah.
So for this, I'm going to create an 8-note phrase that I want to end near where it starts an octave higher. So I'll start on A. So I want to end near that A an octave higher. So I'm thinking. Or. Right, you practice it a little slower. And then I could try to go back down. Oh, wait. And then anytime I come up with something I like, then I'll try modifying it. Oh, this could also work over a G minor, major 7. And then kind of like save that as an option. But the way that I think of arpeggios is almost similar to how some people think of like programming hi-hats. It's a consistent sound, but it's like different subdivisions sort of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right, you could have a group of 4 and a group of 3 in your left hand.
Exactly.
Or even slightly like they're actually varying in rhythm. Right?
Yeah.
Like 3 and then maybe the 4 are like 16th notes, something like that, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, kind of like odd subdivisions but it's still in 4/4, but like, I think of another exercise I'll do sometimes is thinking of different patterns. Let's take like a 16-note phrase, and then I'll think of different patterns that would make it feel weird but still be in 16. So like a 5, 5, 6. If I'm outlining these arpeggios, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like that type of thing. But that's a weird example, but it's I wouldn't necessarily do that on that song, but it's more of like a songwriting or arrangement tool that can be nice to just put like, 7, 7, 2 instead of, just the. So then I would have like that type of thing.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So it's kind of the combination of breaking up the rhythm and the pattern so that it doesn't sound overly patternistic, and then keeping it kind of within the diatonic scale that you're working on. That's beautiful.
And then also a lot of times when I'm recording music, I'll sometimes layer different subdivisions. So you could have like a 5, 5, 6 pattern that's then over 7, 7, 2, and then it's almost like they're two. It's like basically like a lot of percussion instruments, but it's all piano or like all like plucky synthy sounds, but they're playing off different little subdivisions, stuff like that.
Very cool, man.